Over the last week, we got lots of beans planted out and the last of our winter squash too. We got back on with some maintenance jobs now that the bulk of our summer planting is done. And we also started a new compost bay and have half filled it already, which is great because that will all be going back to our soil and our plants next year. So I've got a couple of hours in the food forest this afternoon and I have got loads of stuff that I really would like to get done in here. Lots of tidying, snipping of bramble, just general tidying up that I'm really itching to get to. But first of all, I'm going to try and get some of our new King Stropharia mushroom beds in place because I have got the spawn now. But before I get started with all of that, I'm just going to come up to our strawberry bed and see if I can find any ripe or nearly ripe strawberries that the birds have left us. And this bed normally ripens off a little bit ahead of all of the strawberry ground cover that we have in the food forest, where it is in nice open full sun. And it was over here that we found a few strawberries just changing colour the other day, but I'm thinking that the blackbirds are absolutely stuffing themselves already and have beaten us to it because there is not a lot here. Lots of green ones. So I have managed to find a few ripe or nearly ripe strawberries, but it was actually down in this area here in the food forest. And the little trick that I wanted to share with you guys today is something that we learned from another one of our favourite YouTube channels, Mossy Bottom. And the trick with harvesting strawberries before the birds that he shared was to harvest the strawberries when they are just starting to turn pink, so often before the birds take them. And then what you do is put them in a box in the dark for a couple of days and they will fully ripen. And we tried this last year and it really does work. So that's why you can see that I've harvested quite a few strawberries that are only just going blush. Having said that, there is no other taste like a freshly warm sun ripened strawberry, and I'm just gonna tuck into this one here. Maybe one more. The ripe ones are only small, but they are still delicious. Right, on to the mushroom beds now. So I've got enough spawn to do 3 beds of approximately 1 metre square. So I've got 3 packets like this. And I've chosen the 3 places where I am going to put the spawn down. And under this tree is one of them, and I'm going to put the spawn in a donut shape under here. And just behind it, under this apple tree, is where I'm going to do another mushroom donut. And then right up the top of the food forest up here is where I'm planning on putting the third bed in. And I'm going to tuck it in here, right in the shade of these flax bushes and strawberry trees. But as you can see, I've got a bit of bramble and a bit of clearing to do to just open that space up a little bit more. Check this out. How cute is this? My little hedge dog. He sleeps in here whilst I'm busy in the food forest. Staying nice and cool. That's how you like it, eh, Murph? There he is. Our old girl Millie, she's here too. Just sat on the other side, tucked into the shade. Hey, are you a good girl? You a good girl? So I've decided to start with this area first so that I can mark out the metre square and get a better idea of how much materials I'm going to need to then create the donuts as well. I don't think I'm going to be able to do all three of the beds today because I haven't got enough cardboard or oak wood chips in stock for all three. I'm hoping I might get 2 done, but yeah, that's why I thought I'll mark this one out first and then I can get a better idea. But the good news is I actually called into the waste site on my way home from work this afternoon, and the guy there, our good friend Keith, has said that he's actually got lots of fresh oak wood chip in stock at the moment, so he is doing me up a big sack that I can collect in the next few days and get whatever I don't get done today finished. So a lot of that was just really nice and easy to pull up because of all this beautiful leaf litter that has been dropped from the strawberry trees above. And also a lot of the things I was just pulling were quite shallow rooted, like all the apple mint. And I did just clear the apple mint from this area because we have got so much of it throughout the food forest and it spreads like mad. So I wasn't worried about clearing that little patch there because I don't want it to run straight into my new mushroom bed. So me with my bad judgment of space, I might well have enough cardboard to do all 3 beds because I've still got all of this lot down here, and that 1 metre square was just a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be. So this certainly isn't a how-to video, guys. I have not done mushroom beds like this with spawn before. You may have seen I've done some mushroom logs in one of our previous videos. But yeah, so I'm just looking at the instructions, and apparently next I need to water the cardboard. And then I need to break up the spawn. I need to make sure the cardboard's fully saturated. Then I need to break up the spawn while it's still in the bag, and then put a few clumps over the cardboard using about 1/4 of the spawn in little clusters, I think. So yeah, that's my next job. And then we'll be putting on a layer of wood chip. And like I said earlier, I've got fresh oak wood chip. Hardwood oak is one of the ones that's recommended to use for King Stropharia or wine cap mushrooms, which is what is going into this bed today. Right, so I made my spawn islands and I've added about 5 centimetres of wood chip on top. Now apparently I've got to use another 1/4 of a bag and just spread that spawn evenly over the wood chips, and then water it. Then I've got to water it lightly, and then put another layer of broken up cardboard on top. followed by the same again, spawn islands, wood chip layer, and more spawn, and that will be the whole bag then. And then I think we top it off with wood chip, but I'll have to check that in a minute. So let's see if I can get this over sort of evenly. So I'm hoping I have put enough wood chips on each time for those 2 layers, because it says my bed should be between 15 and 20 centimeters deep, but mine's about 10. But yeah, anyway, hopefully it'll be all good. It says now I've got to apply a casing layer, which is either straw, leaf litter, compost or bark, but I don't really have any of those to hand, and I'm not sure I like the idea of applying the compost that we have here, because I know that that's already got different types of mycelium in it. So what I'm actually going to try is just put in another layer of wood chip on top, and hopefully that will be okay. I'm pretty sure I've got enough materials left to do one more bed, which I'm going to put under this cherry tree here. So I'm going to crack on with that now. I'll show you what it looks like when I've finished, and then hopefully I'll still have some time to get a few more jobs done in the food forest afterwards. When I was up here looking for strawberries earlier, I noticed that we've got our first purple sugar snap peas, which are just about ready, and I think this is the biggest one here, so I'm going to eat my first purple sugar snap. Okay guys, so that is my second King Stropharia mushroom bed made in the food forest today. And I'll get some more wood chips over the weekend and hopefully get the third one done pretty soon. I would love to hear from you guys though, if you have made beds up in this way, or how you've had success making mushroom beds as well. This is something that is really new to us, that we're just experimenting with, but it's something that is really exciting, and we absolutely love mushrooms, so I can't wait until we are actually growing our own mushrooms at Freedom Forest. I hope you've enjoyed today's video guys. If you have, then please make sure you are subscribed to our channel and give this video a thumbs up by clicking the button just below the video now. Leave us comments and questions, we love hearing from you. And I'm going to get on with a little bit of snipping and tidying in the food forest now, and we will catch you here again really soon. Peace and plants.